Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's intuitive reading that will take us from November the 25th through to December the 2nd. And first of all, I'd like to say Happy Thanksgiving Day for all of those celebrating it. And that Thanksgiving Day is a day we spend in gratitude of thanks for the bounty of the harvest that we've collected in. And it's also the beginning for a lot of people around the world of that celebration time which takes us through to the Christmas festive season, and then particularly for the southern hemisphere, because it's our summer, it also rolls in through to families taking holiday time and summer breaks. The schools have closed down by then, or just about closing. Most of the kids have just finished their exams. So we begin to get a great euphoric feeling down here that rolls in with our summer and family time together. So I think planetary wise, we start to see a little bit more connection with families and friends and taking some time off. I realise in the northern hemisphere it's a little different, that your summer holidays are in the middle of the year, but you still get that sense of gratitude which starts with your Thanksgiving and then rolling through to Christmas, which, regardless of whether you take it as a religious connotation of a holiday, the idea is meant to be about gratitude and the gift of giving and receiving and being with friends and family. And so that's a positive vibration for us all to be in. So as the end of the year and we get rid of November and some of those turbulent emotions that have flown through with that, we'll see a little bit more of an easing up. Although in saying that, there's quite a few planetary alignments coming up for late November and early December, and they include Mercury going into retrograde, and that will be there until about December the 13th. And also there's some Sun, Saturn, Jupiter and Mercury alignments. Now these can have a few repercussions both physically on the planet and emotionally with people. So we're still going through a little bit of argy-bargy energy going on, maybe a few heated debates and arguments. And it's also a time that tells us it's not a very good time to start new projects at the moment. It's more about decluttering what's going on in your life and getting, signing off on old things that no longer suit you or that aren't meant to be staying in your life. Declutter your mind and your houses at the moment. I think that's a really good message for everybody. There are going to be things going, just like out they go, and you're going to start a new phase. It will start once you've got rid of the old, but until you get rid of the old things, you're closing the door. You know that saying, when one door closes another opens? It's very true, and you can't hold on to the old and expect to start new things. So whatever way this is going to take shape with you, whether it's personal relationship issues, whether it's physical, or whether it's health, whether it's a house or job, all new things come into action as you let go of the old, and I think that's a pretty powerful way to look at things. So going over to the cards that have shown up for this week, I've incorporated a little bit the daily guidance cards by Doreen Virtue and the angels, gods and goddesses, and I quite often do two draws from different cards to reaffirm that the cards that have showed up, that they match a second time around, and they inevitably do, interestingly enough. And the first two cards here, this one is from the Gods and Goddesses deck, and it's the Angel of New Life. And again, I'll just read to you from the book, because the words that are written are actually quite powerful alone, without me interpreting them any further. The Angel of New Life is here to announce that a new chapter of your life is about to unfold. Over the coming days and weeks, you will begin to feel a sense of renewed clarity, purpose and direction. New magical and exciting things begin to happen as you are intuitively guided to explore new avenues and possibilities for your life. Through this process, you will uncover aspects of yourself that you didn't know you had. Embrace this new and exciting period of your life, and know that this is past now, and know that the past is now behind you. Your life is forever changing, and you are forever evolving to greater spheres of love and light through the wondrous spirit of creation. Enjoy your journey and all the blessings coming your way. Now, these two decks of cards that I pulled today, they all tied in so intricately. It was quite really neat to see them happening. So that was the first card, suggesting that we are going to go into this phase of newness, which is also showing up in the planets, and that's the alignment and the messages that they will pass on as well. And just to mention too that sometimes there can be quite turbulent earth movements through those planetary alignments, so we'll keep an eye out to see if there are any slightly larger than normal earthquakes around the planet. Now, going back to the cards, the second card here is the child card. We've had that appear before a few weeks ago. I mentioned at the time, again, all cards have several meanings, but this one, it can be talking about the fact that you are thinking a lot about children, or a child in your family is needing some attention or time. You may be thinking of increasing your family. This is again a period where this can happen. Or you may have lost a child, and an infant, or during a pregnancy, and again they're still passing messages on to people here watching the angel readings weekly, and they're just wanting to say that they love you and they're thinking of you. But interestingly enough, the angel of new life and a child are exactly that whole new life coming in. So those two cards work really well together. And then the third card on the right is one that everyone always wants to see, and it's called the shower of abundance. And look, isn't she glowing and gorgeous and beautiful, and look at all those jewels and gold that she's showering. And literally often that card does mean there is going to be an increase in your finances around you. It may not be major. It might not be that you're going to win $15 million in the lotto. Would that be nice, wouldn't it? But it generally means there's an easing of your financial situation through one way or another. So that would be really lovely for everyone. I think after the hardships of November and a little bit of the trauma time that I know a lot of you have been through in one way or another, to just get something pleasant and a nice little surprise would be a real treat. It's saying for some of you there is going to be an easing of financial situation. It can also indicate an abundance of other things in your life, like an abundance of extra time or friendships or energy or good health. So the word abundance isn't just limited to financial aspects, and we have to accept that and understand that it's a good card anyhow. It's saying that you're going to have an abundance of better things coming into your life. Now, just one other card very quickly, which ties into the angel of new life, the child, and just the general feeling of things that we're moving out of the cycle and going forward, was the God of the Underworld card. And that card is exactly that. It says something which no longer serves you is about to come to an end. So we're seeing a lot of the ending of things. I was just looking for that. It says here, on a subconscious level you have yearned to rid yourself of these traits which deep in your heart you know keep you from being and experiencing all you can. It's difficult to let go of something so familiar to you, yet know that in this instance it is an essential part of you to die in order for you to experience the endless possibilities. Surrender, let go gracefully, and trust. And again, that's just a little message saying if there is something that you know is going to pass out of your life and move away, it will actually be part of your life's journey, and it's going to take you to a better place inevitably. So I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Peace and light. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Lots of blessings to you all, and I'll catch you next week.